We're back, Coachella backstage with Warpaint.
All four of us.
So, I think of Warpaint as the perfect Coachella band. I really do. This has got to feel like a home game for you.
Yeah, it is really nice to just drive down with your friends and come and hang out all weekend and get like a little bit loose before you play. It's the optimum way to get into a festival, I think.
Yeah. And you've been here probably a whole bunch.
This is our third time.
Yeah. And third album. You're supporting your third.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, right?
Yeah.
Heads Up.
Full length, third full length, yeah.
Oh, the first was an EP?
Yeah.
Yes, okay. So we're kind of between, I mean, the record's been out for a minute, yes?
September, yeah.
Right. It's funny because I would never consider you a pop band, right? But you kind of took a whack at a pop song with New Song. Was that an experiment, and did the experiment work?
Yeah, it was. Well, Jen actually made it more like a disco. She made like a disco track. Because
the reason why I say that is that the arrangement of that song is more like
way straightforward,
catchy, with the chorus that repeats the title.
Yeah,
and that's not necessarily something I would expect from Warpaint, right?
Well, that's what I guess what I appreciate about our band and the way that we work is we don't necessarily avoid making music like that, but we also don't try either. Like that song came about pretty much as organically as any like 17-minute jam song we might do.
So you weren't necessarily like, let's try to do a
I mean, there was a little bit of an experiment of trying. Jen was definitely trying to do a disco track but the New Song, the stuff that I put on top, like the whole New Song chorus actually came from playing at Desert Days. We were stalling, and I was like, started saying we're gonna play a new song, and I just sang the chorus. I just sang that melody, and it came out. And it all came out in one piece, and after we were done, people were like, what was that New Song thing you were singing?
Isn't it
have
funny?
To make that a song. And
Isn't
just
it funny
hit.
when like the silliest throwaway all of a sudden becomes...
It's a new song. Yeah, it was just whatever.
The one that I really gravitated to was The Stall.
Yeah.
And it's just a great groove, and it draws you into that space where you're just like, the music is hitting, you're just like... I'm in.
That's my favorite.
Yeah, I love that. But I know we can't really divulge anything, but you have a major tour announcement coming up. Yeah. Okay.
Is this live right now, or is
No, it's not live.
Right.
No.
Yeah.
But there's going to be some big announcement coming up this week, right?
Yeah.
So in advance, congratulations on that.
Thank you very much. Very excited.
You mentioned just now that you often write while you're playing or sound checking, and it could be as simple as that. So are you currently writing new material?
Yeah, I mean, the last album was a kind of a different experiment than how we had made albums before, because usually we set aside months and months and months of going in the studio and just writing together, from the ground up with each other. And this album was more of a, hey, I made this start to finish. Like, I put a beat down and I put a melody down. You want to take my beat out and put a beat in. It was more like a quilt work, kind of patchwork thing.
Nice.
And so what's cool about that is it prevents us from needing to all be in the same room, and it also gives each person a kind of freedom to see an idea all the way through and then let people add to it. So I think with that, we're all kind of all working on things, and without the need to be all together, it makes us a lot more prolific, which is really exciting for us, because we used to it takes a very long time to get 4 women in a room to agree on things as random as some of our music,
Nice.
So.
Well, thank you for joining us.
Yeah,
and
thank you.
Enjoy the rest of Coachella and being out on the road in the coming months.
Thanks, Jason.
All right, the album is Heads Up. That's their latest Warpaint backstage Coachella.